So that got me thinking now, since you mentioned that you obviously are very comfortable setting up a plan. What if someone else sets up a, what are the potential consequences for a poorly set up plan?
Well, the biggest problem is that the federal government has changed the way they look at retirement plans. And I think this is something that I think everybody needs to understand. And I really see it right now during the pandemic. What's happened is that the IRS has figured out that these plans are very complicated and people mess up the rules all the time. Even though they try to do it, they can't really follow the rules completely because there's a bunch of moving parts and it's very difficult to do. And so one of the things that the government has done now is they've opened up a whole bunch of amnesty programs. Both the United States Department of Labor and the IRS have amnesty programs where if you mess something up, you can basically come into them and say, guilty as charged. I'm going to fix it this way. You've told me how to fix it. I'm going to fix it this way. I'm going to pay a sanction to the government for my mess up. And then I'm going to make the contribution to the plan to make everybody whole. And what you get from that is you get their blessing and then you move on. Now, quite frankly, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that you go and blow the whistle on yourself all the time because it's a dumb thing. I mean, what I do is I take clients that have made mistakes and we fix them. We fix them exactly as the government wants us to do, but we avoid two things. The expense of attorney's fees, because some of these applications can be $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 to apply to the IRS for these sanctions. And the sanctions are significant because the bigger the plan, the bigger the sanction. And it's really a mathematical punishment for the sin that you committed. And, they hope it's a low number, but a lot of times it's not a low number. So we ultimately go back to the cost of correction, including these things. And many times we make a business decision that it's better to fix this thing because that's really what the government wants. They want you to fix the problem. And not necessarily go through the whole process of going through the amnesty program, because we've been audited many times where the government's looked at what we've done and said, okay, that's fine. You corrected it the way we wanted to correct it. The fact that you didn't file it with us, that's okay, because we really want you to comply with the requirements of the plan.